And first of all, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It was very difficult year, and finally it's come to the end. And we hope in 2021 everything become better and we will come back to the normal life and we can do normal stuff which we like to do. And today we want to say also thank you very much for the Czech Federation to give us this kind opportunity to share our knowledge, our experience with you, and I hope it will be helpful for you. So, what we would like to tell? We will try to discover 3 dances today. Slow waltz, tango and Venice waltz. And it's not fundamental principles about what we will speak today, but it's the things, the moments which we are really feel, which really disturb us when we see the competition, when we see the couples. And we understand that it's maybe common mistakes which have like maybe fashion and we goes in the wrong direction. So that's what we will speak about. And we start from the waltz, and as you know, in the last period of time the swing dances, they change, and all the dances change a lot. Many things change: position, dynamic, shapes, extension, energy. Many things become more and more. So we live in the over-job time. So it's over-sway, over-turn, over-shape. It's over everything. And of course, still we don't need to forget some main principles, some main ideas, and we can risk sometimes, but still without losing the main idea, what is the balance, for sure. So, in the waltz we will speak about the head weight, which is very popular now. The many couples use, they like, especially young generation, they like to feel how to use the head weight, and it's I cannot say it's very bad. Yeah, it's good. It's a good idea, but it depends when you use this head weight. And if we come back to our career, when we look back, what we did in our career first, it was, you know, it was USSR. We were born in USSR. Maybe not a lot of dancers who can say this at this moment. I mean, who's still dancing. We are quite old dinosaurs who is from USSR and still dancing. But this is the reality. So in USSR, you know that the country was very, very blocked from outside. You cannot go outside, nobody can come inside, so the information was a little bit. And in the beginning of our career, all the Russian teachers work around the legs, leg action. Hip joints, knee, feet, and about the position, about the extension, about the shape, it was not there. We don't know how our teacher Fabio Selmi telling about us that when we come to our first lesson, our position was opposite. So I was looking like a monkey on the tree. And Olga stayed opposite side. So she was not on the left, she was more to the right. And he was surprised how you can dance so good, how you can move so good with such a wrong upper part. But it was the Russian reality. We had only information about the down part. And I can say it helped to us to improve after also the top line. To improve this shape, this communication inside of the couple. So what we can see that now many couples start from the top, and the fundament, you know, when you try to build up the big house, first is the fundament.
Like the base.
Basement is the most important thing. If the basement is not quite stable, the upper part will be also not stable. That's what we see in the dancing. And the head weight is helping to mistake a lot. So it's not that the head weight is very bad, it's very wrong. No, it's very good. But you need to know which moment you use.
No, because I also would like to add a little bit about the modern tendency that nowadays, especially young generation, they're watching top couples which are dancing on the floor, and of course they like how couples using the shapes, using the head weight, using this fluidity on the top, because it's really different from what it was, for example, like 20 years ago when we just started to dance, when we just learned how to dance. And
I interrupt you for a second because I'm afraid not to make a new video. Can you mic the volume more up?
I'm trying. So when they watch this picture, they can see only the result, but there are a lot of different kind of job inside of our body before to finish with these actions on the top. And now we will tell you what are the mistakes which you can do when you start to activate your head weight, your upper part, in the wrong moment and with the wrong parts of your body.
So I would like, because we have only 35-40 minutes and 3 dances, so I cannot speak a lot. So I want to make very clear and very easy information. So if we take the waltz, we have 3 beats, 1, 2, 3. If I need to say about every beat 1 word, the priority of this beat. So number 1 is the drive. We have to move on number 1. Number 2 is the rise. Number 3, this we can say many things. I will say enjoyment. It can be redirection, it can be head weight, it can be extension, many things. So on number 3, we enjoy. So, but the most important is number 1 and 2. So if we go back to our beginning of the career, as I said, we had only the base. So we had only drive and rise. And we don't have so much enjoy, what we can see now on the floor. And the problem is that many couples now, they're not passing the second beat. So they start to enjoy on number 2. So it's not they passing the second beat, they passing the priority of the second beat, the rise, the vertical rise. So I'm fully agree. I will vote for the head weight. If there will be election to do head weight or not, I will say yes because I like and I enjoy. But what moment? If we enjoy number 2, this is disaster for me. So immediately, not to speak too much, I will show you the maybe the wrong one when I just make a drive and immediately start to use the head weight on number 2. Not to speak too much, we just dance the bad version. I will not try to do very bad, but I will try to show you the mistake. So if we do, I don't know, natural turn, spin turn, and turn along. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1 and 2, 3. So I hope it was visible because for me it's not easy to see what is in the camera because behind, I need to tell you the secret, behind you is the mirror. So a little bit I can see myself in the screen of the phone. So as you can see that the movement is like this. And immediately we don't have the control. So we are leaving from one figure to another one without any control. I would like to feel every number 2 is the vertical rise. So if I try to dance in this way, now it's very visible. Number 1 is the drive. Number 2 is the vertical rise. And then on number 3, I decided where to go. Or if I want to go there, or if my next step is going there, so I redirect there, and I use my head weight, or I move back, or I move forward. So the number 2, we need to find the control, we need to find the balance, and then on number 3, we can decide where to go. If we try to use the head weight on number 2, we don't have control. So we cannot control the movement of the next figure, we're just falling from one figure to another one. Especially, it's very important in the full swing figures. So when we don't have syncopation. 1, 2, 3. So when we have the full swing, like a natural turn, or spin turn, or open natural turn, or reverse turn, when we have just 1, 2, 3. The most important what I can see the couples miss at the moment is the vertical rise.
So this is the wrong moment. This mistake is connected with the wrong moment. Now we will speak also about the part of the body which should start this action of the head, because it's not really the head and the neck which starts, but it starts from the second center, which is directing still towards the lady, if now we're speaking about the man's head weight. So every time when we try to activate our head weight, it's very important to activate first the body, the second center, and the part of the shoulder blades, which should be directed towards the lady. If you start from the head, afterwards it's not possible to activate the body. But if you start from the body, after, it's still possible to continue with the head. And what is also very important, from which leg we start to activate actually the top of the body. For example, if we start, if we do the natural turn,
Number 2.
so number 2, you create the technical sway from the right leg. From the right leg, create the angle, but the extension and the redirection of the head, he doesn't create still from the right head. It happens already from the left one, when he already arrives. So another mistake what couple like to do, they start to do it immediately together with the technical sway. So for example, if we speak about natural turn, it will be, the wrong version will be from the right leg. And again, we cannot reach the vertical line, we cannot arrive with the balance, and we cannot put the lady on the leg. Vertical rise, and then from the left leg, Dima creates extension in the body, and as a result, continuation with the head weight.
So now I will say just 1-2 minutes about one action, which is very important, not only in the waltz. It will also be important in the tango, what we speak today, and also in the Viennese waltz. Of course, we have to do a lot of actions. We have to learn from the very beginning a lot of actions in our body. Where is the heel, where is the toe? Where is the rise, where is the fall? Where is the CBM, where is sway, when? So there is a lot of actions which we have to do to learn how to move. But on the top level, every couples know the actions. I mean, really good, very good level. So you cannot find the couple who goes like this, or maybe they wrong with the sway and turn in natural turn. They mix them, first make a sway and then turn. So of course, good level couples, they don't mistake like this. So, but they have always, what we teach all around the world, what I start to understand, that many couples would like to be more full in the action. So when they ask, I don't know, the opinion of the teachers or the judges, and maybe they hear that you are too empty, don't do enough, you have to do more in your body. So they start to think that, okay, I have to do more actions. So I have the sway, I will do more sway. I have turn, I make more turn. I have sway, I will swing more. So they try to make actions just bigger and more. So if they make some lines on the spot, and the teacher said, okay, you are not full enough. And they try to make it bigger, because they heard that it's not enough. They want to make it more full. But in the end, they don't look full. They look more busy in this action. So to be more full, it's not enough only to use the actions. We always have to use counter-actions. So what is the counter-action? It's the action which is in the opposite direction. So in everything. So if I speak about the promenade, I have to rise, and in the end I sway to the left. This is a general action which I have to do. I cannot go sway and going down. For example, the correct action is rise and sway to the left. But to make it more full is not means, okay, I rise even more and make bigger sway. So what we can see the couples try to do when they go to the promenade, for example, they try to make 1, 2, 3. So they make bigger, but it not looks full. It looks just busy. So if just we speak about this promenade, when I do the rise, I have to do, this is the action, I have to do the contraction. So something goes up, something goes down, something goes left, something goes right. So in the end, is more full action with inside muscles, but not outside muscles. So again, if we try to make the promenade, the bad one, from one to another one, or from action and counter action. So immediately this action is more alive and more full. And that's what we have to do every number 3 when we make the extension, when we make a headway. It's not that everything goes in one direction. So if I use my headway to the direction of my next figure, I have to use my body to the opposite side to produce the counter action. So again, if we dance natural turn, spin turn and turning lock, but now already, okay, again, the first one we try to use all together. Not passing the vertical rise. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2, 3. So immediately I feel, oh, honestly I feel because I feel dizzy in my head. I cannot control. I don't know where I am. The second one we try, okay, maybe the same angle. Okay, we try same angle. First I will try to make it very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is the vertical rise, and then 3, 1, 2, and then 3, 1, and I go to you. 1, 2, and then 3. So I always take time to use the vertical rise, and only after I go to the next figure.
And plus, we have time to use also the correct feet to start the extension in the body and then continue with the head. So in this case, everything is connected. The base connected with the body connected with the last dimension, actually neck and head. And in this case, everything is working in the spiral. But when you try to do every time all together, you cannot see this continuation from the bottom to the upper part. Everything looks heavy, and the imagination, the image of the couple is that she's working only with the top.
Yes, but as I said, it's more for the full swing. And you know that in nowadays, the couples use a lot of syncopated steps. And sometimes you cannot find time for the vertical rise because you have to redirect yourself a little bit more fast. So for this, I will give you 2 very easy examples. I will do the same steps for the waltz and for the quick step. In the open practice frame, you just need to see the idea. Vertical rise, redirect. Vertical rise, and then redirect. Vertical rise, and then I redirect. Vertical rise, and maybe I redirect. So I take time for the vertical, and then I decide where to go. If I do the same steps for the quick step, maybe I will not find the time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel immediately very heavy, and I cannot redirect my body weight. So in the quick step, we don't pass the verticality. Immediately we are using the head weight and the body weight to the next figure. So if we do the same steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we don't have time for the vertical rise. Of course, in the waltz, still, if we have a chance, we have to do. But there is some connected between the figures, some syncopated that you cannot find this time. And you need the energy for the next figure. So this is already depend of the situation, which kind of action you use, with the vertical or immediately with the redirection. I think for the waltz, it's enough. Now we are moving to the tango. And as I said, there is a lot of things what we can speak, but we will take just one point, maybe very fast, which is really disturbing our eyes. So, as you know that the tango is quite energetic dance and quite strong dance, and now also the couples use a lot of syncopation. And what we can see that the position also changed a lot compared to what was before. The amplitude become bigger, and the position where not many couples start like this, like before. Yeah, like in the waltz we stay on the right foot and we shape to the right. We turn to right. And tango was more on the left foot and you turning after to the left. So more close position. Now what I can see that the couples don't need this, because they still want to feel this connection in the body, so they produce more or less the same like in the waltz. Of course, some details is different because no swing, but the connection still is more close now to the swing dances. So, but at the same time, I can see that the energy sometimes is also very connected to the swing dances. What I mean? Before to show, I remember one of our situation in our career that we took the lesson with a guy from theater. He's an actor. He's playing in the movie, in the theater, on the stage, and we had artistic lesson because somebody said that my emotion is very bad. I'm too much inside because I feel very, very emotional, but everybody said that I look like this. So I enjoy only with myself, and he's not going to the audience. So I understood that I have to change this one. So we took the lesson, and this guy blows my brain. He changed totally. He asked me the question which I never think before, like which color is the Venus waltz? And I was, Venus waltz, which color? Yellow. And Olga said to me, why yellow? It's green. Yeah, but for you it's green, for me it's yellow. So it's start to think from the other side. And about the energy, he told me this way, that when they play on the stage, if they want to produce the positive energy, like I did now, they put the voice up. If they want negative energy, they put the voice down. So everything which is going there is the light one. Everything which is going there is very, sorry baby, is very aggressive and the strong one. For example, if you are in Moscow, in the very side of Moscow, in 2 o'clock in the night, you stay and you are waiting the bus and somebody come to you like this. I tell you honestly, better to run as fast as you can. So you immediately can feel that nothing good will happen. It's aggression to you. And what I can see in the tango, sometimes the couple, they produce strong energy, but the direction of the energy is going in the wrong way. So just to give you example, I show you 2 different kind of promenade. First in the waltz. So in the waltz, I want to be light. So my energy is going up. After I use the redirection and I move. But the first idea is to show here. It's like one English teacher told me, very nice, I like very much. He said to me, try to imagine that you are like an eagle. And you are in the sky. So when you go to the promenade, you are the eagle in the sky. And then you watch to the river and you see the fish. And then you go, I need more space, sorry baby. And then you go to take the fish and goes up again. So this is how he explained the swing action. That the first is the rise and then only take the fish. So it's going there. So, but the first picture for the promenade is here, when we are open and we are more high than the horizontal line. So we are not here, we are more open than the horizontal line. But if I do the same in the tango, I feel very strange. The tango, the angle, is more parallel to the horizontal line. So that's what I see on the floor, that many couples, they produce the energy, like let's do Spanish drag. They do Spanish drag, but the direction is there. So the power, the energy which they make is quite good one. It's quite strong, quite fast, powerful, but because of the direction, it looks very weak. It looks very light and not inside. So again, I do the back one, Spanish drag, and or if I'm here. Immediately you can see that it's different feeling. Now we do the good one immediately. So I feel very much to the floor. Again, I'm using counter action. Like one teacher, English teacher told me, do you know what is stand up? I said, yeah, I know, stand up. Do you know what means sit down? I said, yes, of course I know what sit down. But do you know what is sit up? Sit up. So it's the combination between both. Stand up, sit down, sit up. I said, I'm not sure that I know this English word. And he said to me, yeah, because we don't have, but this is how you have to dance. So you need to sit, but with the counter action, with the feeling up. The problem is that if you open too much, the extension out. So it comes more for the swing action. In the swing action, after, we have the possibility to change. In the tango, we don't have swing, we don't have the possibility. So immediately is more rotational dance without the swing action.
So, as Dima just said now, that in tango, the priority is the rotation. And because we have to use a lot of separation between our base and the top part during the rotation, so many times we do only in the down part, the turn. Sorry guys, I need to speak louder, and it seems to me that I do, but Dima shows me that it's not enough. So when we do the rotation, we need to separate the top and the down part. To make it possible, we need to create also the position in the spine a bit different than in the swing dances. For example, if we create like a lady, I have to use a lot of my direction of the spine much more forward rather than diagonally left and backward. So if I'm showing you, okay, I show you still like this, first like this. So if I'm creating the swing dance position, my extension is going diagonally backward. If I'm showing now the tango position, my extension is going diagonally forward to the left. In this case, my hip joints are not blocked, they are hanging under my body and they are ready to turn, to rotate without the top part. So if we create now tango position, we feel that our hip joints are always released, so they're hanging quite relaxed under our top. In this case, we can divide, for example, if we do link, we can divide the down part from the top part. If I'm blocking my hips and try to connect them more with my body, immediately the reaction of the top is that the chest is going up. And as a result, what Dima said, the energy is going up. So now I try to show you the wrong version.
And still I will try to be very strong in the action.
So now I'm pushing the hips forward, and in this case, because I cannot separate them, and it's coming automatically, because I didn't change the position of my spine when I create the position in tango.
Can we do the good one?
Yes, now we do the good one, and then I will add something else.
So immediately I feel very connected to the floor, long spine, I'm not sitting and heavy, I'm sit up and quite strong.
Mm-hmm. So the hips are free, but they're not heavy, they're not really sitting in the heel, because we need to rotate them, but we never should leave them just like sitting in the heels. And the last one point which I would like to mention is the perimeter, which partner always have to use, especially in tango. It's of course important for all the dances, but for tango it's especially important. So when we create this position of the hips slightly hanging under the body, we activate the muscles of the back, as Dima showed also about the eagle. It's a little bit about this one as well. So I feel always that his back muscles are continued with his elbows, with his arms. And in this case, he's always like a bit covering me. So whatever we have the connection inside of the couple. So it's never coming outside of the couple, because he always cover me with his back muscles, which are continued with his elbows.
So if I stay here, it's not here. So I feel inside. As I said, it's not enough time, and we already speak 35 minutes, but we only touch 2 points. So we will be very fast in the end. Honestly, it's not about the Venus waltz. It's about just in general the movement. But just because in the Venus waltz we use a lot of natural turns, that's why we decide this kind of topic. So I think that many dancers, many teachers, many judges can see that now it's quite fashion to use like the roll action of the left side around the lady. And I can see that sometimes that couples, they really think that it's just the fashion, because many top couples do. It's very nice, so I also will do. But there is a reason why it should be like this. So we invite our friend to help to us, to assist during our lecture. Now I will introduce you. Please welcome the chair. So, very easy example. If Olga sit. No, Olga, don't sit. No, go away. Go away. So, it's visible the chair in the screen? Okay. So, let's try to understand what is the center of the rotation. Center of the rotation is, if I do, for example, natural turn, my center of the rotation is on the right. So, easy to understand. If I go forward and I'm turning right, the center of the rotation on the right. It's not good to walk like this. It's much more comfortable to move like this. So if I continue turn to the right, but I move back, the center of the rotation is on the left. It's quite difficult to walk in the opposite way. If I'm walking forward and I'm turning left, it's on the left. And if I go back, it's on the right. It's quite easy to understand. So if I do natural turn, first part, the center of the rotation is on the right. If I move the second part, moving back, turning right, center of the rotation is on the left. So I cannot do this. If I do reverse turn, I move forward, my center of the rotation is on the left. If I move back, is on the right. It's very easy to understand. Thank you very much, my dear friend. Very good, very good. So, that's how we have to dance. This is the principle. You cannot fight with this principle. So, if I need to be very under the rules, I have to dance like this, natural turn. 1, 2, 3. Reverse it. 1, 2. So I change immediately the shape. So the CBM, which I do, and the sway is in the beginning of the movement. And now what we can see that the top couples, the world finalists, they don't do like this. They go from the left. So maybe we have to change the final and punish all of them. But if I start to analyze that the position changed a lot during this last period, last 10, 15, 20 years, we can understand the reason why it's happening. So if before, the shape was much more less. So it was not a big shape, not a big space between two heads, so it was more close. And the feet is also was quite close to each other. So if, I think we stay like this. If we stay here, this is the position, no problem. But if I want to produce bigger shape, bigger space, and Olga wouldn't change the feet, we will have a problem. So immediately she becomes heavy because her spine not under the legs. Over. Shoulder.
Left shoulder is not over my left foot.
So her spine is not in one line with the feet. So to produce bigger shape on the top, we have to change also the base. So to produce bigger space between the feet. So we produce bigger space, but now we don't have the connection. So what we're gonna do, we will try to give the body weight to each other to find this pressure and counteraction head weight. So we have like a push and pull at the same time, like 50-50. So I feel Olga quite big. Her head is supported from the foot. I feel good, strong connection in the common center, so it's quite easy to understand. Bigger shape, bigger base. To connect, we feel the body more of each other. We feel more body weight of each other. So we have this already push and pull. Before was more individual. So now is more like a common weight. Before is more individual weight. So I'm in my own balance, she is in her own balance, and we move. But to produce bigger shape, we cannot do the same, otherwise we are not connected. So we give much more energy to each other. So if I use this kind of the idea, of course I have also some counteraction, counterbalance to Olga, because if I stay here, maybe she will feel too much attack to her spine. So immediately I'm attacking her and she feels very blocked. So of course I also, if I stay in this angle, I start to have some counterbalance in my head weight. And he is, in this area, is quite full and strong. So if I start to use, like I did with the chair, the original principles with this kind of the position, and I do natural turn, and I try to use, in the correct moment, I try to use the center of the rotation, immediately I feel that I'm out of balance and I'm attacking Olga. Because immediately she feels that I'm on her legs. With my body weight, I'm on her legs. So the reason why everybody goes, the top couple goes to the left, because it's important to give the lady the feeling of the balance and to keep the common center. So more shape I have in the beginning, more strong common center I have, more long I need to go through the left. So at the moment, I'm not vertical as before. I'm on the left, but I'm not attacking Olga. So I take the time to pass longer, but after still, I have to connect my shoulder to the right foot. So before I connect immediately, now because of this amount of the shape, I need to make longer to the left, but still, I think in opposite angles. But still, in the end, I have to feel shoulder together with the leg. So two main mistakes is that couples, sometimes they don't produce this amount of shape which makes yes. So they are more vertical, which is good. It's good, and then they try to go to the left. So it becomes this way. So more vertical shape, and then and this one is disaster. Another mistake is they produce the big shape, different base, different balance inside of the couple, but after they don't pass the right shoulder. So also out of bounds. So the dancer should be clever that we have to use CBM, but not as before. We need to use late CBM. It's more late, but still we have to connect our right shoulder with the right foot in the end of the in the end of the first step. So when the couples dance Venus Waltz, why we speak about Venus Waltz? It's not only for the Venus Waltz. It's just in the Venus Waltz we have a lot of natural turns.
And this mistake is really very visible when the couple don't do this one.
Yes. So sometimes we see that they don't need this amount, and they do. So they are blocking themselves, and they don't need. And another one that they are passing the lady too much, too long, and they wrong with already the principles. So this is the balance which the couple should find inside of these two actions. So the idea and the reason of passing on the left is not the fashion, is very necessary because of the bigger shape. So more shape you have, more you have to go to the left, longer. Less shape you have, less you have to do this one.
Plus, it's very connected with the inside stretching of the inside muscles. Because I'm always feeling that when Dima goes to the left, he still remains with the top point of connection together with me. So he's never doing this extension from the hip line. He's always stretching his muscles inside, not to lose his upper point of the connection. Otherwise, he will not manage to pass with the right shoulder, the right foot when it will be necessary. So guys, when you try to understand, well, how much I should go to the left, it's really connected with your flexibility and with the usage of the inside muscles. So we're never trying to activate really outside muscles to stay strong as much as possible to the left, but we try to use the long center, which really helps us to be more flexible. And after, when we go to the left, we are going from the high connection of the point of the connection in the couple.
Yes, so in the end I will tell you a small secret from me, what I feel when I do these kind of steps. That is not 100 body weight goes with Olga. I feel that 80% that what Olga said, I'm still remaining with her, and only 20% is around her. So if I stay like this, I hope it will be visible, like this, yeah. So it's not 100% together. I feel that is 80 to the lady and 20 around the lady. I think it's quite clear. In the end of our lecture, we would like to say again, thank you very much for this quite big honor and opportunity to share with you our knowledge and experience. We hope that everything will be fine into 2021, and in the end of our lecture is a small bonus from me and Olga. I'm quite a good dancer, I hope so, but not a good singer, but especially for you, only for you. Please don't show to anybody. We will sing for you Merry Christmas. 2, 3, 2, 1. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Woo!
Guys,
Thank you very much.
see you soon.